Tony D and Little Joan somewhere in the house, and this is a screenwriter's rant on Inside starring Guy Pearce in a prison movie that takes place in Australia, and it's kind of hard to understand everybody. Smash like and subscribe, thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, the links are in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 16. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So Guy Pearce is a longtime inmate, and he befriends a young inmate, and they kind of have a father-son dynamic. Guy Pearce has a son. His protege has a pregnant girlfriend on the outside, and it's about him telling the younger guy he's got to kill somebody in prison, and dealing with, I don't know, it's a lot of father-son stuff and a lot of prison stuff. It's kind of hard to understand because everybody has a very thick Australian accent. And then this guy has kind of a speech impediment on top of that. So, good luck. I mean, I like Guy Pearce. I think I would watch it, but I think I'd put the subtitles on because it's really tough. It is a bit of a brutal movie, but not like brutal, gory, like brutal, like, oh man, that's rough. It's called Inside, like, it's about being in prison and what that means. And I cannot read these credits. Are you kidding me? How the hell are you supposed to read these credits? Jesus. There's Guy Pearce. Okay. Who directed this thing? Director of photography. Co-producers. How can you not have the director and the writer? Oh, there we go. Written and directed by Charles Williams. Whew, that was a tough one. I don't know why people hide the credits, but this is getting a lot of festival buzz, you might say. Yeah, it's a little tough to read. I think first act, you've got this young guy going into prison, and Guy Pearce has to recruit him to kill another guy. I think the pastor. I think the prison pastor. I'm not sure. He's like the only other character in this, in the prison anyway. And then at first he's very nice to him, and then he becomes like a father figure, but everybody in the prison warns him, don't listen to Guy Pearce, or whatever his character's name is. But he's going to do it anyway, because if he doesn't commit the murder, they'll both be dead. Apparently. Because there are bigger forces that control them. And then I guess Guy Pearce, I don't know if he gets out or these are flashbacks before he went in. I think he may get out for a short time to visit family, because I think the rules in Australia for prisons is a little different, maybe. He gets out for a short time to visit family. And so may the younger guy. I don't know. This is part of the problem with watching a movie like this. The prison system in another country may be so different from ours. It's kind of tough to, process. I mean, maybe one of my Australian viewers can tell me, is the Australian system different? Are there circumstances where Australian prisoners get out for a short time and then go back in? Like for family stuff? I know that prisoners in this country, you might get to come out for a funeral. But you get a police escort and you go, they put you in a suit and they send you out, and then you go to the funeral basically, and go right back in. It's not like you're out for the day. But it may be different under an Australian country. I don't know. Let's read the write-up. There is no write-up. Let's look at the IMDb. By the way, I was supposed to be at Unexpected Farm today, but I didn't go, mainly because Little Joan, my dog, kept me up all night. And this, yeah, inside is not in here. Let's try Guy Pearce. So Little Joan kept me up all night, and I just woke up, and the weather was kind of wet and snowy, and I said, no, I can't do it. So I apologize, Pineys. Oh, here it is, inside. Transferred from juvenile to adult prison, Mel is taken under the wing of both Shepard, Australia's most despised criminal, and Warren, a soon-to-be parole inmate. The paternal triangle that forms between them becomes their undoing. Okay. So I think it's Guy Pearce who's the one who gets paroled, because there's a lot of stuff on the outside. So that makes more sense. The paternal triangle. What's a paternal triangle? It's very weird. So, in that case, it probably is something like Guy Pearce helps arrange the murder, and then gets out, and then realizes how great it is to be out, but then ends up going back in because of the murder, something like that. Maybe that's their undoing. So, yeah, I would see it. It's very much of an art house kind of thing. I don't think I'd go to the theaters. Back in the day, I would have went to an art house cinema to see it. This is more of a streaming thing for me. Yeah. I think it could be pretty good. Oops. I think it could. That wasn't the movie. That was Fails. Yeah. So Inside, starring Guy Pearce. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Once again, sorry I didn't make it out to Unexpected Farms today. I just felt like if I went, I'd get pneumonia because I was so tired and it was so cold and wet. So I'm not going tomorrow either. So that's it for me this year. Next year, I'll have events. And, I hope everybody has a good Christmas. I'm sure I'll see you in the coming days. I'll still be making videos throughout the holidays. Don't forget the live stream tomorrow at 7 p.m. and I'll talk about it more. We'll see you in the next one.